Here in the city of La Puente, California, La Puente Boxing Gym, catching up with father and son combination, Arnold Barboza Sr. and Arnold Barboza Jr. Guys, Arnold, you have a fight coming up on November the 11th. You're taking on Dario Ferman. How are you guys' preparation for this fight?
We're getting good. I mean, we just 2 weeks into training camp, so we're getting ready.
Arnold, talk to us about your last performance at the Microsoft Theater, a unanimous decision over Johnny Chicas. What happened that night?
It was a tough fight. It was a good experience. We learned a lot from that fight. A few mistakes we had to clean up, so we're cleaning it up. But overall, it was a good fight.
Mr. Barboza, your son was winning that fight convincingly up until the 4th round. What happened in the 5th round when Arnold Jr. got caught with the overhand right in that fight?
Well, I thought he was winning the first 4 rounds, like you mentioned, pretty easy. He was outboxing him, using his jab, moving. He just got a little bit of confidence once he dropped him. I believe it was in the 3rd round. And then he came back and he wanted to stay there toe-to-toe, and he ended up getting caught with the overhand right.
Did you guys come back to the gym? Did you watch that tape? Did you come down to watch the fight again, and did you notice your mistakes or flaws, Arnold?
Yeah, that's something that we've been working on since after the fight. So even now that we're sparring, that's what we're working on. Bringing that hand right back up. So that's something we're going to learn from our mistakes. Fighting
in front of over 4,000 people, the huge viewing that you got, the ratings that you got from the ESPN telecast, what was your reaction once you know the standing ovation that you got when you got that unanimous decision over Johnny Chicas, Arnold?
Even before the fight at the weigh-ins, they were saying that it was going to be fight of the night. Our fight was going to be one of the best fights, and after the fight, everyone told me that that it was a great fight. It was fight of the night, so we're happy that we made everybody happy.
Arnold, father, how do you prepare yourself against a powerful guy like Dario Ferman, 14-3 with 11 KOs?
That's a guy that is real strong, real tall. Actually, he's about 6'1". He comes forward. He's an aggressive fighter. So we're gonna be ready for him to outbox him, and like we've been working on those mistakes and avoiding those mistakes.
Save Bar Arena on November the 11th. Jesse Magdaleno is defending his title against Cesar Juarez. There's another fight on that undercard. Reed against Jose Ramirez. Are you guys keeping an eye on that fight? Mike Reed against Jose Ramirez for the WBC Continental Super Lightweight title.
That's going to be a great fight. I mean, I love Jose Ramirez's style. I'm leaning a little bit towards Jose Ramirez, to be honest. Not only that, I mean, they're fighting in his hometown, so he has a huge followers. Everywhere he fights, he fills the stands, and the whole crowd will come to support him.
Arnold, what's your opinion about that fight? Do you see yourself fighting the winner of that fight, Mike Reed against Jose Ramirez, in the near future?
I mean, who knows? It could happen. It could. It's up to our promoter, really. Top rank, whatever they think. If we're ready, if we're not ready. But we're just gonna be ready for any opponent that they put in front of us. We're worried about the opponent we have now because it's gonna be a very tough fight. Probably one of my toughest fights to date. He's 6'1", like my dad said, he has power in both hands. So we gotta get through that fight first, and then we'll worry about after, see what happens.
When you first started your career, Arnold, fighting at small venues like Studio City, Burbank, up till now, fighting at a full capacity arena of close to 20,000 people, what's going through your mind knowing that you're getting all this attention from all these boxing fans all over the world now?
Just same thing, just stay relaxed, stay focused, and because at the end of the day, it's just a ring, it's a ring, and it's just you and the opponent, it doesn't really matter where you fight, small venue or big venue, yeah, the crowd's gonna be different, it's gonna be more exciting, but try not to let that get to your head, and just fight your fight, and just go to work.
Mr. Barboza, how has your son been composed as a young professional fighter over the years since you started training him in the sport of boxing at such an early age?
Well, you know what? He started at a young age. He was 5.5. He actually had about 20, 30 fights before he even turned smokers. I used to take him to smokers, and after that, we started fighting at USA Boxing. He was about 14 years old, which he had, probably about 80 fights. Then he started playing football, so he was out of boxing for probably about 8 years. Believe it or not, he was out of boxing about 8 years. At one point, he was a 200.
Did he have the itch wanting to come back to boxing while he was playing football in high school.
Oh yes, he used to get out of football practice. He used to come to the gym and he wanted to spar, but he was way out of shape, so he could probably last one round in there. So then he came back when he was about 20 years old. He wanted to turn pro, but he was so heavy, 200 pounds.
How was he able to lose over 50 pounds to be fighting at 140 pounds that he is now?
Well, time, it took a lot of time and a lot of work on his part, he wanted to turn pro, so I told him, you know what, why don't we come back, we'll fight, come down to about 164, then we'll fight about 10 amateur fights. I'll put you in the biggest tournament there is, the USA champion tournament, and let's see how far you make it. I mean, he made it all the way to the Nationals in Washington, Spokane, Washington. And after that, I said, you know what, I think you're ready to turn pro, why don't we do it? But we got to come down to 147, a little bit more, and that's how we turned pro.
Was it because of his height? Did you feel Arnold was comfortable fighting at that weight class, 147 pounds? Now he's coming down to 140.
Oh yes, like I said, it was just a matter of time. He's a 140 fighter. He's not a 147. So we started at 147, and slowly we're moving down to 140. Now we're fighting 142, 143, and our goal is to be fighting at 140 for a world title. To be honest.
Arnold, how close do you feel you're from getting that regional world title shot?
So, to be honest, I'm not sure. Like I said, I just take it fight by fight. People always ask me, "Oh, when are you getting a belt?" But like I said, I always say, in boxing, you gotta earn what you get. So we gotta keep winning. We gotta keep winning, keep fighting whoever they give us. Whether it's tough opponents, and it doesn't matter what we fight. So as long as we keep fighting and keep winning, then I'm pretty sure my time will come.
Mr. Barboza, as a father and son relationship, I know it's tough to see when your son is getting hit in the ring. Once the fight is over, what do you guys talk about? How is the relationship once he gets off the ring with his hand being raised as the winner of the fight?
Yeah, we're always we're always just going to discuss the positives and the negatives. And that's what we usually happen. The last fight, we discussed the mistakes that were made. And we'll also discuss the positives that came from him getting dropped, coming back and showing.
Was this the first time he was knocked down in his career?
Which it wasn't a real knockdown. He was more or less, he still, but it was a knockdown. So,
what can the fight fans expect to see this upcoming November 11th against Dario Ferman, a powerful guy with 11 KOs?
A smart fight in there. We got to be real sharp and real smart fight.
And keep an eye on Arnold's upcoming fight, November the 11th. It'll probably be a show on ESPN, Arnold?
Hopefully, if for sure it'll be on the ESPN app. I know that for sure, but you can stream it for sure. But hopefully, see what happens, get some TV time.
Thank you for your time, guys. One of the brightest prospects from the top-ranked boxing stable, Arnold Barboza Jr., taking on Dario Ferman on November 11th in Fresno, California. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,